Hello, fellow YouTubers. LegWC Stop Motioner here, and I'm going live. I thought I should do a Q&A for 400 subscribers because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I mean, did a live stream not too long after I hit 100, did a collection tour after I hit 200, then after 300, I covered how I got into Transformers, and for 400, I decided I should do a Q&A. I'm just going to put this in the chat real quickly. All right, I'm just going to wait and see what questions come. Got some Transformers here to fidget with. Probably be live for at least an hour. I'll undergo the scary process of transforming 86 Hot Rod while I wait. I tell you, I really like a lot of things about this transformation. It's just a shame that he feels so brittle, so flimsy and light. Go almost there. I think I am starting to get the hang of this. Sort of. Starting to like that figure a little bit more. I have something in the chat that just says what we're doing. I've also got Whirl, Psychopath. I have some reveals I need to cover in future videos. And I do still have some reviews I need to get taken care of. Still need to get around to reviewing this guy. One of the worst selling Siege figures. And I will be talking about my thoughts on him and why it does make sense why hardly anybody was buying him. But man, this, I won't spoil anything. This stuff I'll be saying in the review. See, I have one person tuned in. Like, I'd like to premiere these more, but a lot of times I'm busy. Just don't know for sure when I can, when I'll be able to go live. So. Need to get a drink. My trusty Marvel shirt on. Guess I'm going to transform this guy back into his robot mode. That's the scary part, disconnecting the whatever you call these things. I think that's my least favorite part. I need to get him a little bit more. All right, 10 minutes. Zero people tuned in. Is that me? I'm tuned in at least. And back in his robot mode. He's a good figure. Again, just plastic quality, not so good. And he ain't a Voyager. But, I mean, I'm getting pretty used to that. Figures not really being the proper size. Or not being the size that, like, fits their class. Except for this guy. This guy is definitely a Voyager. There is no doubt about that. I'll go ahead and transform him. Such a beautiful transformation. It's just everything I'd want. And an awesome jet mode. Very cool. Seriously, if you haven't picked this figure up, you really need to. All right. Just not gonna care if I get a copyright claim. I'll just play some Geometry Dash. This game drives me nuts. All Still no people tuned in. All right, we got someone tuned in. And someone tuned out. All right, we got a like. and one person tuned in. And it just sent me right into a gear. Hey, to the person who's tuned in, if you got a question, you can go ahead and ask it. I'm just biding my time. And I'll answer it within reason. Like if there's something I'm uncomfortable with, I might. Okay, yeah. I guess I'm really timed this well for everyone. Sorry, man. But hey, I appreciate you tuning in. And Cyclonus is back in his exceptional robot mode. Well, thing is, a lot of figures are. See, I, all things considered, haven't been into like hardcore collecting, believe it or not, for that long. So most of the older figures that I really want are like ones I recently got interested in getting. But let me see. What was one? There are some Siege figures like the Siege Ironhead. I was bummed I couldn't get that. I was able to get the Earthrise version. I'm not fully sure if I'm like 100% good with that, but it's still a good figure. But let's see. Well, there is always the Studio Series Ironhide. That's what I'm thinking about getting, hoping to get someday. But problem is, my interest in collecting movie figures kind of comes and goes. So, but Yeah, my number one grail, like for my collection. Oh, there's definitely some animated stuff I could think of, like mainly just Megatron Sword. I'm still trying to find that. But yeah, that's about it. Again, there's lots of figures that I wish I could have gotten, but those are some notable ones. Unless you don't count Megatron's sword as a figure. And of course, there's figures out now like the Studio Series Slag. That's definitely one I'm hoping to get, and Wreck-Gar, but those are really hard to find for whatever reason. Well, there is Earthrise Runabout that I saw in stores like one time, and I couldn't get him right then, and I really wish I could have because I haven't seen him since, except for online for extortion prices. Basically, is what I call them. So the more I think about it, the more figures come up. Okay. Oh my goodness. Favorite design. Let's see. Well, if we were to go by like design from favorite design just from each continuity, I mean from Beast Wars, I love Depth Charge's design. He's a really cool looking one. From Prime, probably what design? I honestly think Cliff Jumper is pretty cool looking, even though he didn't really get a whole lot of screen time. I also really like the looks of Breakdown. They're both really cool looking bots. If I had to choose though, maybe Breakdown. And Prime had some really solid character designs. In terms of G1, I mean, I always thought Hot Rod's design was pretty cool. And Cyclonus, Ironhide. See, those are some. And animated. Favorite design there is probably Blur. That's not too hard to think of. Animated had some very strong designs, but Blur is just a notable one I can think of. And in terms of movie designs, I really like Jolt's design. Jolt is another really cool looking one. So, yeah. Let's see, did I? Yeah, I got all of them. In terms of like what show I think had the strongest designs, probably Prime or animated. Excuse me. Favorite Titan? Wow. Well, I unfortunately don't have any toys of him, but off the top of my head, I can think of Omega Supreme. He's probably the one I have like the most attachment to as a character. His design is pretty cool, but like I said, I don't really have any toys of him. I just don't really have any toys of Titans in general. They're generally a little pricey. I'd sure like to have some, definitely, but they're just a bit much. But yeah, probably Omega Supreme. Just really wish he had an animated toy. That would be awesome. Notice that opinion might change, but I do end up getting the arc. Let's see if that happens. My friend sings show tunes in a burqa out of boredom. What are your thoughts? What? Sorry. What's a burqa? Well, gimmicks tend to be very hit or miss. Like I've seen some figures where the gimmick kind of hinders them. You see, animated for the most part uses gimmicks to great effect. Like the gimmicks add to the figure and they don't really sacrifice much of anything for it, aside from maybe Ratchet. But for the most part, the gimmicks work fine. Whereas when you look at lines like Prime, the gimmicks again would be kind of hit or miss. I don't have him with me, but like there was the Revealer's Bumblebee where it's like, sure, he's got the part where the head flips out, which is really cool, but that results in him having a big flap behind his head. Whereas when there's figures like Soundwave, the gimmick doesn't really hinder him that much. Like he's still effective as a figure, aside from having maybe a kind of sensitive head. So, like I said, sometimes it does really add to the toy. In terms of like if I miss it, I don't think I do necessarily. Like sometimes it does really add to the figure. Like if they can use gimmicks and still make a good figure, then yes, I'm totally fine with them doing it. But I've definitely seen some, like the big old one step changer Bumblebee that just has arm articulation and that's about it. And then of course, even an awesome figure like Depth Charge, he has his disc launching gimmick out of his chest, which is really cool. Unfortunately, that does result in him having a really huge backpack. I still love that figure, but that is a slight hindrance. So that's what I'd say. I don't miss them, but do them properly, and I have no problem with them. Yeah, exactly. And that's why you could kind of argue that they have the best weapon storage just because they're not just hanging off of them, usually anyway. The only drawback there is that if you lose the weapon, you're missing part of the alt mode. But yeah, that is definitely very neat how they do that. It's a really cool concept. Yeah, that's true. You do have some kind of scary designs at times, particularly when you get to like the Transmetal 2 versions. I mean, Cheetor is looking a lot more vicious than he did in the first two designs. just had to look up that Torque you mentioned. I kind of forgot who he was, but yeah, he is. He is pretty vicious looking. I mean, looking at him, I would honestly be inclined to think he's a Predacon. Definitely shouldn't judge a book by its cover. All right. If I can't answer it, I will. Oh, I love those definitely. I'm very big Star Wars fan. I don't really do a whole lot of videos related to it, but I do really like Star Wars. I am definitely a Marvel fan, mainly the movies. I apologize to comic book fans watching this, but I have an easier time keeping up with the movies. I've mostly been enjoying the Disney Plus shows they've had. Now, DC is hit or miss. I do like it overall, but like it's just like there's only been a few of the recent movies that I've really liked, but like notably the first Wonder Woman, I like that one. I love Aquaman and Shazam. Those three are really good. Then some of the other movies are okay or not bad. And then there's Arrowverse, which kind of was what I enjoyed for a little while in terms of DC. Like I liked the Arrow show. That annoyed me a lot, but I did enjoy that sometimes. And Flash started out good. Like I liked the first three seasons, but after that, I kind of lost interest in it. But yes, I am a fan of Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. I just don't really do a whole lot of videos on them. Yeah, Batman is cool. Hope that new movie is good. I'm kind of curious about what the Batman movie can do that other Batman movies haven't. But I do believe it has potential to be a good movie. The kids eating McDee's. Well, I have eaten there, but I'm kind of trying to get off of it. And it's not like I'm addicted to it. I have actually been avoiding it. I There was one night where I did end up having to eat there because all the other restaurants were just impossible to eat at for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. But if you like it, that's fine. I don't dislike it. Yeah. Well, top three, I have made like a couple top five videos. Let me see, in terms of like mainly collections, I did do like top five shows that I might need to update, but I don't know if I've really done a top three that I can think of anyway. But maybe there's one I could do later. There's something out there making sounds. Maybe. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Maybe. All right, guys, we're approaching the final minute. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't really know a whole lot about that figure, but I assume is it kind of like isn't that the ones where like they have their vehicle modes and the robot part of the robot mode kind of flips out or something? I think that's what that is. All right, guys. It has been an hour. I've enjoyed answering your questions, and I'm sorry to cut it off so soon, but I got to put a limit on it. There will be more videos coming, though. I'll be covering the Kingdom Blaster, the Studio Series Wheeljack, and there will be more Siege reviews coming. I'm planning on reviewing Shockwave soon. Okay. I thought so. Excuse me. But I said more Siege reviews. Next one will be Shockwave. I'm trying to get my thumb more towards him. There we go. Right there. And there's a good bit of figures to get through, so that should hopefully last for a little while. And there are some figures coming in, so I look forward to reviewing them. Yes, definitely. Because I could see where they could use some engineering from Soundwave, but I'm very glad he's an original mold because he deserves that. He's a cool character. But I think that about wraps it up. So again, thank you to everyone who tuned in, who commented and asked questions, and I hope I was able to answer them effectively. And I hope you had fun. So, if you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and God bless.